First of all, congratulations. I think it's wonderful.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask you, it was so evocative. What was the primary emotion that you were trying to get out of, the audience, people who were watching it? What did you want them to feel from, especially with the lyrical writing? What was the primary emotion that you wanted to evoke?
Well, I actually don't have a primary emotion. My goal was to take the audience through a range of emotions in a very short period of time, and I kind of feel like that's what film should do. I think that whatever it is you're looking to feel, you should be able to go into that film and come out feeling that way.
I'm sorry.
The reason I ask is because it seemed like to me I started out feeling, okay, this is going to be a really personal story about this family. But then at the end, as he mentioned, the American flag there hanging tattered, it was sort of like, well, is that a statement? Should I be angry at my country's response to this, very, devastating disaster? So I was wanting to ask you, sort of, was that something you wanted to end on that note? Like, wanted them to think, okay, shifting from the personal to a more larger, like, macro picture almost?
Well, in terms of the tattered American flag, I just felt like that was the truth. We have a group of people who are certainly Americans who were, broadcast, put in the media as refugees, as looters, and just really portrayed in a negative light, where we really should have been just making sure that they had whatever it was that they needed, making sure that they were rescued, making sure that they were cared for. I don't think that, the systems that are in place in America rose to that challenge. So I think one of the things that I do in my writing is I utilize a lot of irony without even knowing it. So the irony is intentional, but in terms of the way that it makes you feel, I really want to leave that up to the audience.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to tell you congratulations. I mean, very beautiful, very touching film. I mean, the visual imagery of a father losing his son to such a horrible death it touched me. Also, congratulations on the choices that you made. You talked about some of these choices from the writing aspect, choosing to tell a story of a father. Being an African-American male, sometimes we do tend to feel overlooked by stories that are deeply moving. So a father losing a son, I think, is just a universal story. The question that I want to ask is, what were the technical difficulties that you had to overcome to complete your film? And what are your other than the Cannes Festival, what are you going to do with the film next?
Technical difficulties. The day that we shot, there was construction that was happening maybe, I'm going to say 400 feet away when we were doing the interior shots with Kelvin's monologue. So we had to do a lot of play in terms of isolating, raising, and lowering sound. And that was one of the things that was a little kitschy and technically difficult. But we got through it, and we came out with something that we're proud of. But certainly we had some challenges with the construction going on during the film. What do I hope to do with Swimmin Lesson? In the short film corner, it is a marketplace. You can sell a short film. But going to a festival like Cannes, there's so many opportunities to connect. And I think that a film like Swimmin Lesson is definitely a door opener. It's a conversation starter. And the next piece of the conversation is, what do you have next? I do have at least 2 features that are already written, and I'm currently writing another one that is inspired by Swimmin Lesson, so that there's a tie-in. And the basic premise is that the assumption is that Hurricane Katrina was not the worst storm. There's another one on the way, and it's set in Louisiana Parish Prison. So I'm having fun writing it. And I do have other projects as well. So my goal is to build some amazing contacts for some of the projects that I have, and make those contacts so strong so that as I create other work, I have people that I can work with, and I know exactly what to do and who to work with and who to deal with those projects.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Another question? Yes. Back here.
First of all, I want to say thank you for writing it from a male's perspective, from a black father, because we definitely have the notion that black fathers don't care a lot in media. So my question is, did you find it difficult writing from a male's perspective, and was there anybody in your life that perhaps inspired you, or an uncle or somebody that gave you that inspiration?
Oddly,